Imagine, if you will, a quiet afternoon. Your cat is curled nearby, belly upturned, a posture that signifies an absolute, shimmering trust in the world. Moved by a sudden swell of affection, you reach down to gather them into your arms. But there is no gentle nuzzle. Instead, there is panic, a frantic escape. You are left standing alone, your hands empty, your heart heavy with a stinging disappointment. You wonder to yourself, I only wanted to show them love. Why did they react like that? The truth, as bitter as it may be, is this. We are often, unwittingly, guilty of a psychological trespass against our silent friends. We call it love, but research from Lincoln University reminds us that a cat's devotion is not bought with gifts, it is built on boundaries. Even more heartbreaking? That sacred bond is being eroded day by day by your smallest, simplest habits. If you do not change, they will not leave you, but they will stop expecting. They will live beside you, not as a companion, but as a shadow. In this video, I will dissect 6 habits that are quietly dismantling your cat's trust. Pay close attention to point number 6. It is an action that 99% of owners believe is helpful, yet it is what makes a cat feel most deeply betrayed. Do not look away, because this story is actually about you. 1. The betrayal of unexpected hugs. Most of us have been guilty of this, lifting a cat into our arms while it is eating, sleeping, or perhaps intently observing a bird through the window. In our minds, it is a sweet surprise, a moment of spontaneous affection. Yet we must look deeper into their primal instincts. A cat is a marvel of nature, existing as both predator and prey. In the wild, being suddenly hoisted off the ground signifies only one terrifying scenario. They have been seized by a larger enemy and are about to become a meal. When you lift them without their consent, their brain immediately triggers the amygdala, flooding their system with cortisol, the hormone of extreme stress. You believe it to be a warm embrace between companions, but to the cat's nervous system, it is an ambush from behind. When this cycle is repeated, the cat enters a state of perpetual vigilance. It can never truly find peace in your presence, for it never knows when the predator, you, will strike next. Ask yourself this: are you loving the cat, or are you merely loving the power of possessing a smaller creature? When you force a cat to endure your affection, you are sending a silent, chilling message. Your autonomy is a mere footnote to my desires. Instead, I urge you to apply the 3-second rule. Extend your hand at a gentle distance, allow them to sniff, to linger, and to actively choose you by rubbing their head against your palm. If they do not respond, respect that silence. For true trust does not begin with the tightest hug. It begins with the wisdom of knowing when to let go. 2. Shouting and negative energy. Remember the last time your cat broke your precious vase or scratched up your expensive sofa? How did you react? A loud yell? A stomp of your foot? Or a long tirade? A cat's ears are incredibly complex, with 32 control muscles allowing them to hear ultrasonic frequencies unreachable by humans. A yell from you to them is not just a loud sound, it is a psychological earthquake. Research in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science has shown that cats are unable to associate being scolded with previous wrongdoing. They don't understand why you're angry. They only understand this person could become scary and dangerous at any moment. For emotionally driven women, you understand perfectly the feeling of having the person you love most suddenly fly into a rage for no apparent reason. Your cat is experiencing similar confusion. It looks at you and sees no protector, only an unpredictable source of negative energy. Every time you yell at it, you are adding another nail to your relationship. It doesn't learn to behave better, it only learns to distance itself from you. Fear will replace respect. Don't turn your voice, which should be soothing, into a sharp weapon that severs the fragile connection between two souls. 3. Violating the forest of safety. When guests arrive, or when thunder rumbles across the sky, Your cat often hides under the bed, in the corner of the closet, or under a pile of clothes. You try to comfort it, or to let your friends pet it, to drag it out. In a cat's mind, its hiding place is its last stronghold. It's the only place where it feels the line between life and death is protected. When you intrude into that space and force it out, you are destroying the silent promise of a protector. You think you're helping it become bolder, proving to it that the outside world isn't scary. But in reality, you're teaching it a crueler lesson. Even the safest place can't protect you from the control of this owner. Imagine you're in the weakest, loneliest moment of your life, and someone breaks down the door and drags you into the light to display you before strangers. That's the ultimate betrayal of trust. If you can't be the one to protect it from the darkness, it will never truly belong in your light. Let it come out on its own when it feels safe enough. Your patience is the greatest testament to your love. 4. Sudden and irregular changes. This is a common mistake made by emotionally driven people. Some days you're happy, you cuddle with your cat all night, give them extra treats, and let them sleep on your pillow. But other days, you're stressed, tired from work, and you roughly push them away when they try to approach. Cats are creatures of routine and stability. For them, the world is safe when everything is predictable. Your erratic behavior creates a psychological state called generalized anxiety. Your cat starts watching you from afar, trying to guess which version of you is standing at the door today. Your cat isn't afraid of your coldness, it's afraid of the uncertainty. It starts withdrawing, not because it stopped loving you, but because it's protecting its little heart from disappointment. You're treating your cat the same way the world has treated you, volatile, unfair, and full of double standards. Every time you push it away because of personal pressure, you're reinforcing a painful belief. Human love is conditional, and it can disappear at any time if the owner is unhappy. A cat's faith can't tolerate inconsistency. It needs a safe haven, not an emotional storm. 5. Physical punishment and excessive play. Many people have a habit of using their hands to tease cats into biting, or using their fingers to threaten them when they do something wrong. Some even lightly slap the cat's nose or rear end as a warning. In the world of cats, the owner's hands should be sacred. They are the source of food, the source of gentle caresses, and the source of healing. When you use those same hands to inflict fear or pain, you are blurring the line between mother and enemy. Once a cat begins to look at your hands with suspicion, it will never be able to fully relax when you touch it again. Each subsequent petting gesture carries an underlying sense of caution. Will this hand comfort me, or will it deliver a slap? You are using its fear as your amusement. For you, it might be 5 minutes of fun, but for a creature as instinctive as a cat, it's the breakdown of a security commitment. Never turn the hands of love into the hands of threat. Once physical trust is lost, spiritual trust will wither away with it. 6. Abandonment during its weakest. This is the ultimate betrayal that 99% of pet owners unknowingly commit. When your cat suddenly becomes withdrawn, refuses to eat, hides in dark corners, or suddenly urinates or defecates in the wrong place, what is your reaction? You think it's sulking. You think it's acting up, so you choose to ignore it, letting it get better on its own. Cats are masters at concealing their pain. In nature, those who reveal their weakness are eliminated. Therefore, when a cat shows outward abnormality, it means it has reached the ultimate limit of its body and mind. You think you're giving it space to adjust, but in reality, it's experiencing the loneliest moments of its existence. In your cat's eyes, you are the only one capable of saving it, yet you turn your back on it because of your busyness or your own lack of understanding. Think about those times when you felt exhausted, in pain, and just wished someone would notice you weren't okay without you having to say a word. Your cat craves that too. It has spent its life observing and being sensitive to your every move, but when it needs you most, you label it difficult and abandon it. This is the deepest betrayal of trust. Your cat doesn't need a perfect owner, it needs a friend who will never turn their back when its world is falling apart. Every moment you ignore its silent cry for help is a moment the bond between you two is severed forever. You see, a cat's trust isn't like human trust. They don't need empty apologies or expensive gifts to make up for mistakes. They just need a real change in your actions and energy. Building trust with a cat is like embroidering a picture with delicate threads. It requires patience, stillness, and an observant soul. Every time you pause before picking it up, every time you restrain yourself from yelling when it does something wrong, every time you patiently sit beside it when it's anxious without demanding a reaction, that's when you're mending the broken wall of trust. This video isn't just about your cat. It's about kindness, tolerance, and how we treat smaller, weaker creatures. Your cat doesn't need you to be a god providing food. It needs you as a companion who respects its silence and boundaries. Don't wait until its eyes look at you with wariness and distance before you start feeling regret. Start loving it properly right now with this very breath. Thank you for listening and accompanying me to these final moments. Your cat's world revolves around you. Make that world the safest place possible. Don't forget to leave your cat's name in the comments below, along with one thing you promise to change from today to keep your little friend's trust. Together, we will create a community of cat owners with heart and understanding.